Welcome to class. This is our second week of class, and today we're going to talk about marketing mix, and we're going to talk about the different concepts of marketing. The marketing mix includes, I'm sure you've all heard, and if you have any comments or anything, you can go ahead and use your raise your hand at the bottom, and then I can address you. But I'm sure you heard this before. Marketing mix consists of price, place, product, and promotion, but it also consists of people, process, and physical environment. So the 7 P's go along with the 7 C's, and the 7 C's are commodity, cost, convenience, communication, corporation, consumer, and circumstances. And you kind of want to match them alongside of each. So if we think about our business and we think about our product or our service, we want to focus on, what the actual product is. And then we want to think about what our price is comparable to the market, as well as the different individuals that we're targeting. And we're going to go into that in more detail. Place is really about the location of your business. Is your business going to be online? Is it going to be in a physical location? Where is your business going to be? Promotion, we talk about, how do you get your message out to the world? How do people find you? How do they know what you do and who you are? So that's what we talk about when we say promotion. And then people is really your target audience. Who are the people that you're providing services to? One of the disadvantages that new businesses think that they must do is that they have to market to everyone. You don't need to market to everyone. All you need to market to is your target client. And we will talk about more about target marketing, segmentation. Physical environment, which we mentioned already, but it also deals with, if you're manufacturing a product, if you're distributing a product, so how that product is coming from one physical location to the other location. Commodity. When you look at a product, you want to do like a crosswalk here. So we're looking at, on the left-hand side is our products, the right-hand side is our commodity. So you want a product that is going to be something that is essential to the world, essential to your clientele, okay? Your cost, like I said before, your cost is a little bit different than your price. Your price is what you're charging. Your cost is what it costs you to make that product, right? And then what is that cost going to be associated in order for you to deliver that product to the world? So we're going to talk about cost next week, because there's a whole lot of terms that we're going to talk about when we talk about cost. There's so many different costs, not just one. So we're going to talk about what costs mean to you as a business owner. When you talk about price is what the consumer is being charged, okay? Or what you're having the consumer pay you, which would be your product, your markup, your profit markup. So that's really your price. Convenience, how easily available is the product to your consumer market. Communication, and it goes along with your promotion. So how are you communicating your benefits, your unique qualities? How are you communicating that to the world, to your target audience? Corporation is, how is your corporation viewed? What is the corporation model, and where are you in regards to competitors? And then consumers, of course, we know those are the people who are buying our product and are going to be using our services. So we want to be able to reach our consumers. And we're going to talk about a concept later that's SIPOC, and it's supplier, input, process, output, and consumer. The C is consumer. We talk about how your product is developed, and from the inputs and the processes that you have, the output for it to go to the consumer, and how does it actually reach the consumer. Regardless if you have a web-based business or you have a business that you have to locate that's being delivered services out to someone, or someone has to come to your business, or if you're a manufacturing product, those consumers have to be able to know where to get the product. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. And then circumstances. What is the different environment, physical environment that your product is going to go through in order for it to be introduced into the world? Target market. So a market is really understanding your market research. So in order to target your market, you must understand how to reach them, right? So you're going to do a lot of market research. You're going to put individuals in groups based on the market, okay, based on the products and based on how that product is going to be marketed to them. So you really want to research the product and make sure that you have a market for it. You want to find out if there's other competitors who service this product or make this product or already have that service, and how are you unique from them? How are you different from them? And then you want to measure. So we're going to talk about some SWOT analysis. A SWOT analysis is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And we're really going to do a SWOT analysis of your business and one of another competitor. Okay. So that is an activity we're going to go over today. Market segmentation is really dividing the market into similar sections of customers with similar needs. So we're networking to those individuals specifically. And when you network to your actual target market, the individuals who want your product, then you will start to see that they will reach out to you. All right. We're going to watch a video about that a little bit. Obtain. So the point of our segmentation is for us to obtain the data and identify our ideal customer. That is the most important aspect of your business. If you don't know who you're going to be selling your product to, then it's no point in making a product or making that service, because you don't know if that service is needed in the industry. And if it isn't, then you may have to diversify and do some other things in order to attract your consumers. Organize. You want to organize your target market segments, okay? And we'll talk about that. Compose. You want to compare customers to the commodity. You want to make sure that the target market segmentation is appropriate for your type of product and for your market. And then you want to create. So we're going to create an avatar that is really your ideal client, okay? So here is what target market segmentation is. So we see that it includes the product, price, place, and promotion, the marketing mix. But in order to sell a product successfully, we need to identify distinct groups, right? And customers with similar characteristics. And we'll go into that detail more clear. Marketers, they use the market segmentation to find their customers that are most likely to buy their product, okay? And they're looking for individuals who are going to utilize and who need that service or that product. And then you want to narrow down the market into segments that lead to a more successful product launch. Market segmentation, it is basically, it's natural, right? And when you start to see what it is, you'll say, oh, wow, I didn't realize it was so simple. So here is kind of what it is. So we're going to define different market groups. These are the 5 segments. You may have seen them in, different formats, but these generally are the 5 segments that you're going to target your market to. So you're going to look at our demographics, and I'm going to go over these in detail. We're going to look at the behavioral characteristics and patterns of your target market. We're going to identify some sociographic, how they socialize and how they communicate with the world, and how their buying habits. Psychographic is what they prefer, what their preferences are, what their needs, their buying habits. And then geographic is basically the location. We're going to talk about that, and that is really a key target. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to draw a stick figure on a piece of paper, or if you're in Microsoft Word, I would like you to go ahead and just jot some of these down. I would like you to identify your target market, and we're going to do that together. So the first word I would like you to put is demographic on your paper. Demographic is statistical data relating to the population and particular groups within it. So your income, right? Nationality, ethnic background, occupation, religion, salary, all of those things are demographic. So I would like you to take this time for a second and identify some of these. So the income of your potential client, identify maybe their family size, maybe their age, identify their ethnic background, identify their occupation, and if needed, you can identify their religion. So go ahead and take a minute to do that, please. And when you're done, just put the raise your hand. Just click raise your hand. And I can give you an example. If you need an example, just let me know.
So this is just basically us jotting down what we expect our future clients to look like.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. And I'll give you more time at the end. We're going to watch a video too that's going to explain it in more detail. Behavior. Behavior is the way in which a person acts and responds to shopping, okay? Or they respond, in general. So you kind of have to know someone's behaviorism, okay? Behavior is really about their brand loyalty. It's about, if they prefer to purchase online, their credit card, do they like to use a credit card? Are they strictly a cash buyer? Are they an impulse buyer? Do they only buy during the holiday seasons? Do they only buy for special occasions? What brands do they like to buy? Do they shop at Target versus Walmart? So there's a lot of things that go along with that. And what type of product that they normally use. And once you start doing the demographic, and then you start identifying the behavior. So think about that. So jot down the word behavior and think about some behaviors for your clients, right? Think about what type of places that you think they shop, because you want to position yourself in those type of environments. So if you have a product that you're developing and you don't put the product in the best platform for your clients to see it, then no one will buy it. So that's why we want to know the behaviors of the individuals that are going to be using your product. Sociographic. And like I said, we're going to go over this more in detail. Sociographic identifies the individuals, right? It looks at who their social media groups are, what memberships they have, what type of friendships they have, how many friends they have, what platforms do they like to use. We all know each platform is different. Instagram platform is a little bit different than Facebook platform is different than LinkedIn platform is different than Twitter, so forth and so on. We do know that everything is starting to merge, but you have all these different medias, YouTube and different social media accounts in different ways for us to see individuals. So we want to make sure that if our clients like being in those memberships, that we are also in those memberships, that we are advertising to those individuals in those memberships, in those groups. That would be getting involved in more groups and making sure that you get your message out there. So really understanding the sociographic. So make sure you write that word sociographic and just identify what type of individuals and what type of groups of the individuals that will be purchasing your product. They could be more into health models. You just have to think about a little bit deeper, right? So think about what they like to do. And if you can put your product in that visibility of those individuals, it would better suit you, because that is something that they feel is a commodity for them, something they need, right? So we go back to that marketing mix. Psychographic, okay? So we're really talking about dividing your market segments, okay? And really looking at the values, the attitudes, and the interests of others. Is the client that you have a risk taker? Are they more conservative? Are they charitable? Right? Are they a high achiever? What do they associate as their goals and their dreams and their objectives? What are their preferences? So make sure you write psychographic, because it's a really important tool, and we'll see that there's a video we're going to watch, and you can see there's also videos on your Schoolology, and it talks about creating your social media content, and really seeing how the videos that we watch and the ads that we see and we're exposed to, they target us because they know what we like, right? Just like the Super Bowl. Why do companies pay so much money to be advertised in the Super Bowl? Because that's promotion for them. It's not free promotion. I don't know who thinks that. And then, the individuals who perform at the Super Bowl, it's not free. They're getting given a budget. And then if they go over and exceed that budget, that comes out of their own account. So now Pepsi is not doing the Super Bowl anymore. So it's been taken over by someone else. So you have to think about why, and think about the ads, and think about who you're targeting and who's going to be watching the TV. And that's why you see so many beer commercials, and you see, you see the betting commercials, because they're knowing that, okay, they're watching football, they're going to bet on it. They want to eat. They may want some beer. They may want some chips. They may want some cookies. They may want some pizza. So you all see that on a regular basis, right? Okay. Geographic is segmenting your market based on the geographical, location of your client. So the geography. So you're trying to figure out, okay, well, where do the individuals live that I want to reach? And they may live right in your same neighborhood. So it's really determining what zip code you're going to target, what city. I always tell people start small, start in your local community, start in your local neighborhood. Start with your local resources, right? And think about, okay, is your product something that those individuals need? If not, then you need to market your product to the individuals that need it. Now that we have the internet, the World Wide Web, which we know that Internet Explorer is changing, but we still have the webs. We still have Google. We still have Amazon. We still have all these great, marketplaces, eBay, so many great marketplaces, Etsy. I mean, it's just, the market is saturated with opportunities for you to promote, but you want to make sure you're promoting to the individuals that want it. So if you're going to make a ski lodge, you definitely don't want to promote your ski lodge to individuals who have a zip code in Florida, because most people go to Florida, they're going for the warm weather. But you could advertise it as a vacation spot, and maybe they'll come, ever so often. But you want to target it to people who really like that cold weather, people who may be in Alaska or Canada. There's people that are in locations that they like to be in those locations, right? So you want to target those individuals. And if you are targeting them for something different, you want to define what it is you're targeting for. Okay. A lot of local chamber and commerces have membership programs that you can join. And there's also, we talked about the Small Business Development Center that's in Loudoun County, and you can join that. And there's also the Census Bureau. So you can look up and see, based on an actual city or zip code, how many people you could be servicing. Even in the Census Bureau, I gave you guys a link. That link will give you all the demographics you need. It will give you income. It will give you zip code. It will give you individuals by age, race, occupation, location. So there's really no reason to not know who our target market is, but a lot of times people don't know, and there are resources to help you with that. Okay. I want to go ahead and stop because I want to share a video with you. And if you have any questions before we do that video, let me know. I'm going to stop recording now.